October 1821. 15,000 Ottoman civilians slaughtered in Tripolitsa streets. Greeks massacred for 3 days straight. This is how freedom begins, in blood. This war lasted 9 years. Cost 250,000 Greek lives. By war's end, 1 in 4 Greeks were dead or enslaved. Rewind. Spring 1821. 400 years under Ottoman rule. Greek language barely survived. Orthodox faith practiced in secret. Culture erased. 4 centuries. Greeks speaking Turkish prayers. Churches converted to mosques permanently. This is not empire. This is erasure. Slow genocide through culture. Etaria, the Society of Friends, formed in 1814. Merchants, priests, intellectuals. One goal, independence or death. Alexandros Ypsilantis, 29 years old. Russian general. Greek by blood. He crosses into Ottoman territory with 2,000 volunteers. Freedom or death. This becomes the rallying cry. Ypsilantis raises the standard of revolt in Moldavia. Theodoros Kolokotrinos, 60 years old. Veteran guerrilla fighter. He leads Peloponnesian Greeks in armed rebellion. Greece has awakened, he declares. Kalamata. March 23, 1821. First Greek town to fall. Ottoman garrison slaughtered. Greek flag raised over the fortress. Constantinople. Sultan Mahmud II receives news of rebellion. His response? Systematic extermination of Greek leadership. April 10, 1821. Easter Sunday. Patriarch Gregorios V celebrates Mass in Constantinople. Ottoman soldiers drag him from the cathedral mid-service. They hang Patriarch Gregorios from the gate of the Patriarchate. His body dangles for 3 days. Message. This is what rebellion costs. Constantinople massacre begins. 4,000 Greek Christians killed in 1 week. Bosphorus runs pink with blood. Eleni, 24 years old, seamstress in Kalamata. Her husband joins Kolokotrinos' forces. She watches him march away, never to return. Greek naval captains meet in secret. Constantine Canaris, 31 years old, merchant sailor turned warrior. He proposes fire ships. Fire ships, old vessels packed with gunpowder, sulfur, tar. Skeleton crew sails straight into enemy fleet. Crew escapes in rowboats. Ship explodes. This is suicide bombing, 1822 style. Remarkably effective against Ottoman Navy, June 1822. Chios Island. Population, 120,000 Greeks. Prosperous. Peaceful. Ottoman Sultan decides to make an example. 30,000 Janissaries land on Chios. Orders kill the men. Enslave women and children. Burn everything. Chios Masacre. 25,000 Greeks killed in 1 month. 45,000 enslaved. Sold in markets across Ottoman Empire. Survivors describe streets carpeted with corpses. Children's bodies piled like firewood. Smoke visible from Turkish mainland for weeks. Constantine Canaris hears of Chios. His family, wife, children lived there, all dead or enslaved. He swears revenge. Night of June 18, 1822. Canaris sails fire ship into Chios harbor. Ottoman flagship anchored there. Admiral Kara Ali aboard. Canaris's crew lights the fuse, rows away into darkness. Fire ship drifts silent toward flagship. Explosion heard across the Aegean. Ottoman flagship disintegrates. Admiral Kara Ali killed instantly. 2,000 sailors burned alive. Ottoman reprisals intensify. For every Turkish soldier killed, 10 Greek civilians executed. Mathematics of terror. Eleni's brother joins the rebellion. She begs him not to go. If we don't fight, he tells her, we don't exist. He leaves. She never sees him again. Tripolitsa. September 1821. Ottoman stronghold in Peloponnese. Greek forces lay siege for 5 months. Starvation sets in. October 5th, 1821. Tripolitsa walls breached. Greek forces pour in. What follows? 3 days of massacre. 15,000 Ottoman civilians killed. Men, women, children. Kolokotrinos tries to stop it. His men ignore him. Vengeance has its own logic. A Greek priest writes, "We slaughtered them as they slaughtered us. God forgive us, but we could not forgive them." Early Greek victories bring European attention. Philhellenes, lovers of Greece, volunteer to fight. Byron, Shelley, young idealists seeking glory. Reality, no glory here. Mud, disease, starvation. Greek factions fight each other as much as Ottomans. Civil war within revolution. Eleni loses her first son to typhus. He's 11 years old, dies in a field hospital with 50 other boys. No medicine, no morphine, just screaming. Sultan Mahmud II realizes Greek rebels cannot be defeated by traditional Ottoman forces. He calls on Muhammad Ali Pasha of Egypt. Muhammad Ali Pasha, modernized military. 50,000 troops, European training and weapons. His son Ibrahim Pasha commands invasion force, February 1825. Ibrahim Pasha lands in Peloponnese with Egyptian army. Systematic devastation begins. Villages burned, olive groves cut down, wells poisoned. Ibrahim's strategy: depopulation. If Greeks want independence, they can have independence of a graveyard. Scorched earth warfare. Greek forces cannot match Egyptian firepower. They retreat into mountains. Guerrilla warfare resumes. Ambushes, hit-and-run attacks. Missolonghi, strategic port town. Greeks fortify it. Ibrahim lays siege. 16 months of starvation warfare begins. Lord Byron arrives in Missolonghi. 36 years old, romantic poet turned revolutionary. He brings money, supplies, hope. 3 weeks after arriving in Missolonghi, Byron contracts fever. No doctors, no medicine. He dies April 19th, 1824. Byron's death changes everything. European public opinion shifts. England, France, Russia begin to pressure Ottoman Empire. Missolonghi siege continues. Defenders eat horses, then leather, then rats, then nothing. April 1826. Missolonghi defenders attempt breakout. 3,000 Greeks charge Egyptian lines, most cut down by artillery. Women and children left behind. Rather than face enslavement, they ignite gunpowder magazine. Explosion kills defenders and attackers alike. Missolonghi falls. Ibrahim's troops find a ghost town. 10,000 civilians dead from starvation. Bodies stacked in churches. Eleni's second son joins Kolokotrinos' forces. He's 16. She knows she'll never see him again. She's right. He dies at Missolonghi. European powers finally intervene. Not from idealism, from strategy. They want weak Greece, not strong Ottoman Empire in Mediterranean. Battle of Navarino. October 20th, 1827. Combined British, French, Russian fleet versus Ottoman Egyptian Navy. European fleet, 27 ships. Ottoman Egyptian fleet, 80 ships. Battle lasts 4 hours. When smoke clears, 60 Ottoman Egyptian ships sunk. 6,000 Ottoman Egyptian sailors dead. 0 European ships lost. This is industrial warfare. Technology gap shows clearly. Ottomans never recover. One British admiral calls it untoward event. British government embarrassed by scale of slaughter. But Greek independence now inevitable. Ibrahim Pasha withdraws from Peloponnese. Egyptian army evacuated. War effectively over, but cost already paid. January 1828. Count Ioannis Kapodistrias arrives as first president of Greece. Educated, diplomatic, Russian-trained administrator, Kapodistrias tries to build functioning government. Impossible task. Greek warlords refuse central authority. Factions fight for power. Kolokotrinos, hero of revolution, arrested by Capodistrias, accused of treason. The revolution devours its children. October 9th, 1831. Capodistrias assassinated. Killed by Greeks, not Turks. Shot outside church in Nafplio. Two brothers pulled triggers. Why assassinated? Family feud, political rivalry. The usual reasons men kill each other after revolution ends. Greek civil war erupts again. Warlords fight for control. Anarchy spreads. Kolokotrinos versus Londos. Greek kills Greek while Ottomans watch and smile. Former allies become enemies. Territorial disputes, power struggles. Revolution eats itself. Eleni's third son survives war. Becomes farmer. Marries. Has children. Dies in bed, age 60. Only one of her three sons to escape the war's hunger. European powers impose solution. They choose king for Greece. Not Greek. Bavarian. Otto of Bavaria. 17 years old. King Otto arrives 1833, speaks no Greek. Brings Bavarian advisors. Greek independence achieved. Greek sovereignty compromised. Bavarian bureaucrats run Greek government. Greeks fought 9 years for this? Otto imposes foreign systems. German becomes court language. Greeks feel colonized again. Kolokotrinos released from prison. Lives to see foreign king rule Greece he bled for. Dies 1843, bitter old man. Final accounting. Greek population 1821, 1 million. By 1828, 750,000. 250,000 killed or enslaved. 30% of pre-war population gone. Peloponnese, 50% casualty rate. Chios, 75%. Language, faith, culture survived. This is what cost 250,000 lives. Economic cost. Greece bankrupt. Infrastructure destroyed. Olive groves, main income source. Burned by Ibrahim. Takes 40 years to recover. Eleni lives to 73. Buries 3 sons, 2 brothers, husband. Every Easter, she lights candles for the dead. Candles outnumber the living. Survivors don't speak of war, too painful. Their children ask questions, receive silence. History becomes myth. 1900. Greek school children learn glorious revolution, heroes and battles. None learn about Eleni. None learn about 10,000 starved at Missolonghi. History textbooks celebrate Navarino. Don't mention 3-day massacre at Tripolitsa. Glory easy to write, truth harder to face. Greek diaspora begins. Refugees flee war-torn homeland. Communities form in Egypt, Russia, America. Brain drain. Greece loses its best minds, but something remains. Greek language still spoken. Orthodox faith still practiced. Culture still alive. This is what 250,000 bought with their blood. Constantine Canaris survives war, becomes admiral, then prime minister. Dies after 1877, age 86. Honored. But every night he dreams of Chios burning. Kolokotrinos' descendants become politicians, businessmen, comfortable lives. None fight wars. Wars cost paid by one generation, enjoyed by next. Missolonghi today, tourist site. Plaques commemorate Byron. Gardens bloom where 10,000 starved. History sanitized for consumption. Eleni's grave unmarked. She's buried in Kalamata, common cemetery. No monument, no plaque, just one more woman who lost everything. One Greek historian writes, "We won our freedom, but freedom came on layaway plan. We're still making payments." Another writes, "Greece independent 1830, but independence transactional. We traded Ottoman masters for European creditors. This is price of independence. 250,000 lives, 30% of population. Economic ruin, foreign king, compromised sovereignty. This is how nations born, in blood and fire and starvation. Glorious revolution, that's what history books call it. Real history written in letters soldiers sent home before dying, in graves unmarked and unmourned, in women like Eleni who buried everyone they loved. Spring 1821, Greeks rise up shouting freedom or death. By 1830, they have freedom. Death already collected its fee. Patriarch Gregorios hanged Easter Sunday, his crime being Greek. His body hung 3 days, then thrown into Bosphorus. Greeks collect patriarch's body from sea, give proper burial. His death becomes martyrdom. Martyrdom becomes fuel for revolution. But martyrdom's problem, it requires martyrs, and martyrs require corpses, and corpses require bereaved mothers like Eleni. October 1821, 15,000 Ottoman civilians slaughtered in Tripolitsa. Greeks celebrating victory don't yet know. This is template for next 9 years. Every massacre answered with counter-massacre. Every atrocity repaid with worse atrocity. This is mathematics of revenge. No one wins, everyone loses. Final image, Eleni, 1850. Old woman sitting in Kalamata doorway, sun setting over Mediterranean. She's thinking about her sons. Young boys pass by, playing. She watches them, thinks, these boys don't know price we paid. They think freedom free. She whispers to herself, freedom not free. Cost 250,000 lives. Cost my 3 sons. Cost everything. Sun sets. Darkness falls. Eleni lights candle for the dead, as she does every night. Will do until she dies. This is how freedom starts, in blood poured out across 9 years of war. This is how freedom survives, through forgetting the cost paid by the dead.